Good morning to One Life. Good morning. So I bet you saw the news on Twitter, right? Elon said he's gonna purchase all the shares that he doesn't own. Oh my goodness, I was laughing at the news. Elon is trying to destroy Twitter. He really is. I don't think his initial move made as big as impact as he thought. And yeah, he's coming back for more. So that's where all the volume is right now, is in Twitter. We'll see what it does here at the open, but may get crazy, may get nasty. In other news, we do have other things up here on the scans. RAD and AIRG. They're a little bit cheaper. They both have shelf registrations. One has a automatic shelf registration. Let me see which one that was. That was RAD. So I'm probably just gonna leave those two alone and focus where the actual moves are in Twitter, because Twitter is gonna be, I believe, the one on the day. It's right under the $50, and we'll see if we can identify any levels here on the charts. Let's see. Twitter. Any previous levels here? But yeah, that's gonna be my main watch today. Keeps holding up at that 49 there. See, bottom 47.96. Looks like it got up to the 52 during pre-market. The See what we got. Hmm. So I'm wondering, can it revisit that $51 level after a little bit, maybe a little bit of a dip off here, then revisit that $51. We'll see. Good morning, Daniel B. Yeah, one life was telling me about you two talking about Twitter may be making a move back up, and it looks like it did gap up overnight. Went up there and touched the 51, and now it's coming down, but it has pretty much all of the volume on today. So why not watch it, right? Veru got up there and threw its little typing shadows up there. So it'll probably be coming down as well. I don't think it got any more news on Veru. Nope. Let's look at what the spy is doing. Also, how does Twitter follow the spy? Is it big on following the spy? Let me see. Twitter. Do you even have a beta? Okay, 0.76. Hmm. So it has a little correlation. We'll see what the overall spy does as well as Twitter tries to make a move. Question is, can it push all the way back down to the 45s after a gap up like this? And it already looks like it already tested that gap during pre-market. So it got down there to the 45.87 as a bottom down here. So it could use that as kind of like a all out point. It gets back across that. Coming on down quite nicely. There's another, just threw another wick down there to that level. Wow. It's not kidding. Board is meeting at 10 a.m. to discuss buyout. Let's see. Let me read some of these chats. Yes, I did. And you talking. There's a little more. Yes, hell. One light pointed that idea out yesterday. He said Musk can buy the whole thing. One life says HH Trader, I'd be very careful with Twitter. Could see increased volatility if more news breaks one way or the other. Could push to buyout price or drop hard 10 to 20%. Board is meeting at 10 a.m. to discuss buyout. Keep your hands out of Twitter today for sure. Nah, bro. Nah, man. We gotta see what's happening over here with all this volume on the last day of a short week. I want to know what's happening. Let's see. And it's happening at 10 a.m. So just be out before 10. The top of the previous daily candle was 50 or 47, so it's already up to that. It's already over that. 47. 51 is basically the 200 moving average right there. So that may be a sell point if it doesn't do right. That 51. You can use DWAC as an inverse to Twitter. If they do not accept offer, DWAC will run. Look at DWAC. DWAC had a nice little gap down there though. That's it's opening at the 46. That's below this previous point, I believe. No, it's not. Still over the previous point. And plus, DWAC barely has any volume down there. It's got to compete. Are we going to see it get back under the 48s? I think somebody is loading up on it though. Like some of these volume candle bars, even though it was coming down, they are absolutely getting all of it down here. Whoever's loading up on it. All of these or not stop orders, but just liquidity in here is being sucked up right at that 48. We'll see if they can go ahead and sell through this previous bottom though at the 47.90. Good morning, GD. Um, I did not trade Veru. I saw it rip, especially going into aftermarket. But I saw it after the market had closed. I was like, wow, Veru ripped. Veru definitely ripped. Did not get a touch on that one. Okay, throwing some wicks down, back up there to the 48.98. We got about coming into 10 minutes left. It's at the bottom of this candle and has held up this 48 a little bit. Got about 10 minutes to the bell. And everything else. I was looking at RAD and AIRG as well, but those two both, or RAD has an automatic shelf registration from 2021. I don't know what they want to do with that, but the volume just isn't in competition with Twitter yet. And then AIRG also has a shelf registration from last month. So I was like, I don't know about those. I just look at where the people are today. TSM, what is TSM? Traders, Taiwan Semiconductor, TSM coming on up there. PBR, Tesla. What's Tesla doing? Tesla back at almost 1,000 even. Does Elon Musk actually want to buy Twitter? Maybe this is a joke. We'll see. Um, Nvidia, Oxy, MG. Good morning, Danielle. We will see if Twitter is a joke or not. Got about 8 minutes to the bell. Grab some water. All right. And I'll go ahead and put these up here red so I can just keep my eye on them. Red and AIRG and ALAC. What is this one? No, I don't want that. Never mind. Okay, yeah, that's all I want to watch. EEE was a IPO from yesterday. Kind of came down, tried to come back up. Doesn't look too good right now though. Absolutely coming came back up here to this little 27.89. I think it's going to be going on down today. I saw it in the aftermarket and I just put it on the watch, but I don't know what this one wants to do. I forgot what EE does anyway. Let me see. EE Energy. So it's got to be something dealing with energy and oil. Okay, flexible. Oh, natural gas was what it was. Natural gas supply, all of that. So that's one that I don't know what it wants to do. Look how much it's giving back so quickly. 27.69 all the way down to the 27s. Previous bottom right here at the 26. High up here of the 27.89. Yeah, slow scans this morning. Yeah, Veru, I don't know, but Twitter is where the wolves are, I guess you could say. Twitter, I just want to watch Twitter cuz it can go either way. It really can. Got about 4 minutes to the bell. Spy is moving up to the 444s. The hogs are on Twitter. Hey man, they might be. I was looking for it to come on down here under this level right here. The 46 is where it gapped up from, or the 45 level there. So I'm like, how far, what are the wicks gonna look like downwards here is what I'm interested in seeing. Veru is the only other thing really competing volume wise. It did get up here on the 4 hour chart and throw some top shadows up here, yeah, up to the 1680s in the aftermarket and then again here in the pre-market. So it does have a level of resistance up here at the 1670 level after all of this extension. So we will see what that one has to do as well. I don't know, this range. Let's see, what is it covering? From the 1545 up to the 1580s. So 40 cent moves. Twitter, what we getting? We getting it's closing on down to what? 48.40. I don't know. We'll have to see which one of these wants to show out. Can we get below those 48s is my question. Yeah, that's what I do one life. I just look at the scanner and then I create the watch. See, this watch list over here never changes. But my scans are over here on TOS. And I just look at it and see if I see anything interesting. If I don't, I just don't bring anything over. But yeah, keep my scans over here and see what's popping. We got 40 seconds until the open. What's up, SB? Top of this candle is the 49.43. Market is open. Let's see what Twitter wants to do out of the open. Can we get under this 48 real quick? Ooh, that's a lot of volume. Look at that volume spike right there. Somebody is getting in as it's going down a little bit. Not really taking off to the downside. You get that strong push through the 48s. 48's holding there. Four-hour, the body of this candle is the 48.48. Can we get any more sell-off through there for somebody to get a position down here above the 46? Come on, push on down. Looking for that 48, 48.10 on the bid. Can we see it break? 48.10s. That is a lot of holding right there. It's very iffy here. Letting this first 5 minutes kind of play out. Because it's really kind of questionable at this point what it wants to do. If it holds this level right here, though, I feel okay about it in this first 5 minutes. But definitely a little scary there. Let's jump up here to RAD. RAD shooting out there for a little bit up to the nines. Got a high of day. Remember, this one does have that automatic shelf registration on it. AIRG also has a shelf registration on it, but it definitely isn't getting the same amount of love. Twitter finally breaking down that 48. Okay. So we got the 46 down here as a bottom. Come on. Let's see you come on down through there. Can you? Will you hold up that previous level up there at the 40s, 48s? Will you break down and hold the 47.50s here? So pretty much all the charts right now are red, saying it wants to go down, but it's pulling back up to this level here of the 47.94. So holding up that 47.50 quite well. I like it. Coming back, pulling into this range. Not quite holding up there on the 47.90s. Can we see the 4790s? Breaking down those 75s, breaking on down. Come on, come on. Let that one play around. Red, about to get crushed. Veru, see what happened to Veru. Veru's coming on down as well. Okay, so yeah. Twitter seems to be the one that I like the most. Hasn't really tried to get up yet. Maybe it'll curl off the bottom above this little trend it's got going. Can it break the 4750 is my question though. It's got 15 seconds left on this candle. Come on. Okay, opening up a new candle there under the body of this previous candle. Is it going to be a grinder downward? Low of day on the first candle is the 47.27. High of day right now is the 48.54. Coming on down here. $46.50 would give me a 50-cent risk off the 40, or actually I would say off the 46, but the real risk is right there from where it gapped up at the 45.85 there. 45.85. So how close can we get down there? Can we break down the 46 here? Okay, 47s. Coming on down, picking up a little bit of momentum. May need to see it slow down before we try anything on this one. Right at the breaking the 47 just a bit. So may have to wait for a curl back up on that one. High of day was the 48.54. Let me go ahead and put that out there. Resistance 48.54. And we okay. So holding up the 47s there just a little bit. Giving it some more time to come on down. Red gave back everything. AIRG going down. Veru. So what is up? I don't see anything up exactly right now. Let me see. What is X? Ukraine war drives shortage in pig iron. Pig iron? What is X? I don't know. United States Steel Corporation is X. Sales flat rolled and tubular steel products in North America. Okay. Okay, so they've had quite a bit of a move down here. Um, Looking at the volume candles, we don't have enough on the higher time frames to really form an opinion of what this thing wants to do at the 47. It's at the 47, and there is volume coming in there. But just giving it some more time. One Daniel B said, "One life. Thank God I sold AFRM." And then One Life said I should zoom out to about a week's worth of information. Let's see. Let's see what we got out here at the week. So we see it came up here, came down to this previous level of the 4705-ish, where it's sitting right now. Has a little bit of a downtrend there and continuing to work its way down. So it may be a grinder down today. Getting a whole lot of sell-off, less and less volume coming in to the sales side, though. We see high volume, 9 million shares traded on this first 5 minutes, 7 million, 1 million. So how many more sellers, how many more buyers are down here getting filled is the question. It's pushed all the way into this big buying range. There we go. So it's giving a little move back up. But the 15 minutes still looking kind of dangerous. We'll see how this buying area, how the pressure ends up making a decision on the motion that it wants to take. Because this is only the 5 minutes. So we're looking back at the 15 and the hour, and there's still big red. ATER. Little flat. SB says CRXT is going up. CRXT. What's the news on CRXT? CRXT. Is there news on it today? Oh, it had earnings. Had earnings the other week. Let's see. Y'all said DWAG works as an inverse to Twitter. Let's see what DWAG's doing. I don't know, man. Both of them look to be kind of weak. Had plenty of sell-off here on Twitter. Has a low of the 45 that I can play down here. But this 15-minute needs to close up in 2 minutes. Got 2 minutes on it. The SPY coming on back down, hit a high of day of the 44.73. Um, One Life says after news runs out, I believe you'll see the inverse correlation. SPY absolutely not really eating it, but beginning a little downwards movement. Has a lot of work to push out all those sell orders. Maybe investors are thinking, too many games are being played with Twitter to play with it. But I see a whole lot of volume down here, so I'm guessing somebody is buying. There's a new candle, but it has a whole lot of work to do to get back up to this top side. So I'm just gonna give it more time to come down here and test this little flat bottom here of the 45s. If it can push all the way down there. But just not seeing those buyers come in just yet. ATER called out. ATER. Oh, I already got that one up here somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, it's going up a little bit. Little like a 30-cent range there. Flip back over to DWAC. Low of day on the 15 minutes is the 46.49. ATER. Question is, can it hold up this 589 here? This flat top. Resistance 589. Veru down to 13 bucks. Continuing to drop quite nicely. SPY has taken out quite a bit. Back down here to the bottom of the 42, the 442.02. Low of day on that first candle was all the way back up here at the 443. So definitely gave quite a move down from the top. ATER gonna have to test down at some point to this 589. All right, Twitter getting a nice little punch down here. Got about a couple minutes left on Twitter. Did have a little double bottom down here at the 46.50. But everything else still looks really red. So I'm gonna give it a little bit of time to figure out what he wants to do. ATER gave a little bit of a break, about a 3-cent breakout right there. Still needs to test down that 589 level. $442 seems to be the break point on this one. We'll see if it finds a low of day around that 442, or will it break it? $442 getting cracked down there just a little bit. Okay. So we are holding up this little bottom of the 46.48 or 46.50. Getting punched down again. Not looking great. ATER grinding this way through those highs, 616. DWAC. Okay. Peru, Rad. Oh, what's up, MS? Yeah, Veru definitely had a little stroke, minor stroke, but I think it just needed some rest, man. After this run and then this second run, just needed some rest. ATR finally coming down. That 589 was his test point, but it is picking up a little bit more volume than I thought it would. May go ahead and slip through there easily. Still watching Twitter down here. Has a low of the 46.53 right now. Okay. Twitter's pushing back. Is this covering or is this a real is this buying pressure? Because I'm seeing it go up, but I'm not seeing the volume really jump in there. This may just be covering. Give it a little time. Bottom here is the 46.52. ATER still doing little things out here. Previous resistance level. Draw resistance. ATER trying to hold up that $6. Red coming back green on the day just a little bit. And like it's meeting a flat top right there at the 860s. Yeah, there's a lot of red coming across on the tape on Twitter. SPY recovered the 442 just a little bit, but I don't think it'll be able to hold it up for much longer. Let me look at the overall market watch out here. Yeah, there is a lot of red out here, especially in the bigger names. It's kind of like 50-50 though. I don't know. Now the bigger names are looking like they're taking it over. A lot of red. So pulling back up to a halfway point here on Twitter. Low is the 46.45. And I think it's gonna need a little bit more time. That volume just isn't coming in on the buy up. It's just not there. DWAC, very choppy. Veru still on the struggle boat. 43 million shares traded. Okay, so now Twitter is slightly making a move. Top of this previous candle was the 48.60. High of day. $48.40 is the next key spot. Yeah, that's what I was looking at too. But I'm gonna let it pull back and really, because it doesn't look bad on the overall hour charts. It definitely held up that 46. But I just want to give it a little bit more time above this 46.50. Because we literally just saw a little bit of volume as it broke over VWAP, which is scary because if it's just a little bit of volume, that may just be retail traders. If it's big volume, then the big boys may be ready to play. But it just barely inched over these previous buy levels. Barely. I mean, we should have seen it explode over that level. and then we would have known, hey, this thing is about to run. But this volume story right here just doesn't imply that the big boys are trying to jump in right here. It's just not big enough. ATER still struggling around that $6 level. Got a high of day 4760s coming on down. So we have this low now that we can actually see. We have a little bit of a trend that we can see on the 5-minute. We'll see if we can see this on the higher time frames. And now the selling volume is light. So it's going to have to break down this 4741 to see if anybody wants to get filled in this area right here of the 46-ish level. SPY is dropping. Yeah, 441 coming on down. So it's getting heavily traded right here at this top. Is it going to make a new higher high of day? Okay, there is some volume coming in there on that downwards movement. Let's see if they can push it down. More volume. We need to see more volume than what is this? 5 million shares traded. Let's see if the sellers really get interested here. Volume coming in. Can we see that this volume bar take over the previous one? ATER came back up to this flat top of the 619. resistance there. Has a high of day. Let's see, draw the high of day. It may be ready to push out here. Maybe a sporadic stock at this level here. Trend, we got this level here. So we got obvious trends we can see there. Twitter coming on down. So we got this level that it can test if it wants to. Needs to go ahead and get a full break of the 4740s. Go ahead and break that down. What happened to Veru? Is it still basically in that same spot? Kinda. We see it setting up a little bit of a trend. High of day 16. Right there. Wait, what? Okay, so Twitter back down to 47. So coming on back down, big boys were not ready to play right there. What kind of spooked me there is if this was a play that everybody was going to be in on, and it got up here to the VWAP, which is a major indicator where they're like, oh, okay, we know people are going to be buying here. Then if people really liked it there and the big guys liked it there, we would have seen a huge volume spike up first. It came right to the VWAP. I mean, literally put its toes into VWAP skin and then started turning around. So I'm like, huh. And the volume never did get up like those previous candles. Now we're seeing a little bit. Let's see, what is this? The 47.19 coming on up to this little uptrend. 15-minute still looks questionable. It needs to hold up the 47.20s. Is this a opportunity for them to shake out anybody that bought VWAP? Is the question. ATER coming on down under the downtrend. Saw a big order go through there just then. It was 20,000 shares, very quick. Don't know if that's buying or selling. We'll see if it ends up pushing it down. 47.22 is the bottom of this candle. Looking for this other one to go red as well and see how well the buyers can hold it above this level of the 46.50. Opening up a new candle. Will it go ahead and break down the body? Okay. Not giving it up just yet. Elon Musk offers to buy the rest of Twitter for $54 per share. That's the update, but I mean it's a ways away from $54. I do know that. Matter of fact, it's going the opposite direction. ATER finally got down there through that 589 level that it needed to test. Kind of slipped through it there. So we'll see what it wants to do, or will it go ahead and break two new low? Well, not really new lows, but will it go down here and test this 45.96 for a reversal today? Um, no, One Life. So at this point, what I'm looking at is this little uptrend it had from the bottom, that lowest close that it had. Came down here. I really don't trust this one because it was during pre-market, but this one is a close from 2 days ago, and it has a little bit of an uptrend. And I want to see it come down and test this level of the 46 here. If it breaks that level, then it may give some buying opportunity. And we'll see. We'll see how hard it breaks this level of the 45.90s. Or if we see it re-challenge this trend here, because we already got the high of day made, it dropped down, retested, and then maybe if it consolidates a little bit and wants to retest it, maybe that will be the buy area. But as of now, I'm just looking down here at this 45 level for it to come down to. Because at this point, a double bottom against this downtrend may not be too nice for longs. I think it's going to get through this little double bottom. Especially after that initial run up with that weak upward movement. Veru just cannot hold out of this trend. Let's see. So it came up. This would be the test of the trend. Went up too far too fast and looks like it will probably be coming down. We'll see. Yeah, everything pretty much came back down. RAD red on the day. ATER is the only thing that is still, but it's right at the 200 moving average. Look at this thing. Right at this 200 moving average. That's questionable. Veru. Veru's still looking very red on both of the higher time frames, but on this one, if you're going for small scalps playing the backside, maybe it could give you some moves, but I just don't trust it. Twitter down to 47 again. And this is why I'm looking for this setup, because it gives you double confirmation. Instead of just, so I saw it come down here, could have took a size here, but without the confirmation of any type of trend here, I mean, it could have easily I could have bought here at 46 and then bloop, right down. But with this confirmation, we see a trend on the day. We got the high of day tested, new bottom, test and verify or validate the trend, and then we look for entries because we can tell where the momentum's going. But it's kind of like a patient type thing, because this FOMO was real here at the 46. It was real. And it would have worked out if you take profit at VWAP, if you didn't look for anything else other than VWAP. But yeah, that guy's slipping on down there. Hey, Viru halted up. Viru halted up insanely. Did news just pop on Viru or something? Viru option alert through $15 call sweep near ask. Okay. So option alert got this bad boy halted up here. Anybody bought Viru low? You doing okay right now. But this definitely right, one life, man. Viru is gonna damage some accounts here, especially with these top and tails. I mean, you would have thought it was gonna come down even more, but Viru's ready for the next pipe up. So the high is the 1691. It is 60 cents. I mean, wait. It halted at 1634, like 30 cents away from that. And it got, oh, well, it didn't really get over the high of day. It got up to the high of day. So we'll definitely be watching that. Once again, we're seeing some holding here on Twitter as it's continuing downward. Low of the 46.89. Twitter may lose out to Veru today. People see Veru playing around. See what kind of pullback it does. Let's look at the volume story. So we see buying was coming in a little bit down here after the gap down, after the halted down. And then more buying start just coming in over the previous little red candle here. Broke over that and started getting up and out of there. What time is it going to be opening here is the next question. Veru opening up at 10 10:27:02 in 2 minutes. Seeing a breakdown on Twitter. So yeah, that 45 may be the level for it. ATER coming back up and testing. I don't trust ATER with Veru coming up like this though. Like Veru just covered what? From the $14, that is a huge rip. And people are going to be more interested in something moving dollars than a couple of cents. This one's moved the top here was 606 up to the 30 cents of movement, not even in the same category. People who trade Veru are not the same as people. You said 45 is less than yesterday's range. Let me see. No, 45 is a gap fill. This is the gap fill area right here. 45.90. Well, yeah, you'll be right. I meant 40. I guess that would be 46. 46 is the test down level, not 45. I didn't see. Yeah, that's 45.90 something. So about 46. But anyway, ATER just doesn't have the range. Okay, Veru did open up. Going up there. Let's see, what was this move? 1633. Wow, up to 17. They're definitely moving the ball here. Daniel B said, "I can imagine the how whole Goldman Sachs watching Veru and biting nails when they're watching their position." So we got a new high of day, and the process starts all the way over on Veru, making a new high of day. And we'll see what kind of trend it wants to set up. Okay, so we did get a little bit of a double bottom here at the 46.53, but I do want confirmation that it's going to want to come back up here. Let's see, what's this? 47.10. Yeah, it's going to have to show me something in the higher time frames that it wants to come up. We got a little double bottom, but it does look a little weak. Okay, ATER was not able to break because all focus is on Veru up here doing craziness. ATER about to take a little dive. So it had three chances to get through this thing, and I don't like it anymore. It should have got through right here. But yeah, not looking great. Veru just needs to break down the 1690s here. And we'll see if we can spot another obvious trend, because that first one was just an explosion out of nowhere because some kind of call options news popped off. Yeah, Twitter's definitely looking quite bearish here. Has a bottom down here to the 45s, 45.89. Veru, yeah. So we gotta find those obvious trend setups again. This one, it looks like it can go. I mean, it may get up to the 620s, but the range, man, I just don't like the range. I like the setup. I like the pattern for the breakout here, but just can't pull the trigger on that one. I don't like it. Veru giving a nice little move down, high of day. Twitter getting a little pop down here. Give it some more time. At this point, the trend line is at the 47.44. Did get a nice little double bottom down here. So I'm wondering, can it get out of here now for this third test up? I think I'm going to give it a play. Yeah, 46.55. The hour chart looking okay. Yeah. Give it a little play down here. See what's the bottom here. 46.53. Giving it a little play off this bottom. Okay. All right, so my out will be down here at the 46.50, 46.45 on that one. See what it wants to do, if it can get up and test out of this. If not, oh well. All right, now the other one, where was the other one? ATER. Getting up there to the trend. Let's see what kind of range it can give. Nice range on that breakout. Got up there to this level that I said it could possibly get up to, that 620. But now what? What happened to Veru? Veru back down to 16 bucks. Still within the little trend. Okay. ATER. So yeah, like I said, man, this thing came up here, but that range, bro. That range. Yeah, not looking too good. We did identify a little bit of a trend on this one. RAD. I'm gonna leave that one alone. Um, all right. RAD. What's that other one? Twitter coming back up to the 47s. Holding this level a little bit. But we'll see if it can start actually holding the 47s. It's looking a little weak. But I'll just cut it and look for something else if it can't get up here. $46, $45. Yeah. ATER ended up coming down. Veru still doing its thing as well. Twitter back up to the 90s. Could look to add a little bit. See if it can hold those 90s there right under this 47 level of this double bottom. Can we see the 95s? '40s starting to hold there. Okay, so 20 shares, 21 shares there, with it playing the bottom here off this double bottom. What's this low? Low of the 46.60. Giving it a chance. 46, yeah, 46.50. And we'll let that play out that double bottom and see if it can get any retracement back up here over the top of this 47.47. But this is kind of what I'm looking for. Test, retest, and then a push out if it can. Need to see that 47.50 start getting tested up here. Okay, so that was a little failure there to break, but it still got some time on this candle. 4 or 5. Oh, it's got 4 minutes, so still got some time on this candle to break out of here. Decisions. All right, what else we got? ATER. Veru did not give me what I was looking for. DWAC. Twitter getting up there to that 47.50. Perfect. So pushing out those shorters. And at this point, 47-ish is becoming that spot. The top here is maybe the 47.82. We'll have to see the reaction up here to that level. 47.82 flat right there. Can it get over the 47.50s is the question. 47.50s coming up there. I see 53s. It's getting over it. Can we see the 55s there though?
I got it.
And so is this a failed double bottom movement? See the 47.30s coming up there. I think I'm just gonna let this play, man. It's probably gonna take some time to do what it's gotta do. So my risk on this one is 50 cents on 20 shares. ATER absolutely pumping through there. Gave a little breakdown and then got back up. Again, let's see. This is a 20 cent jump out here. What happened to Veru? Veru still doing his thing as well. Yeah, just not what I was looking for. All right, EE came up a little bit, very low volume. DWAC coming on down or throwing some wicks up there on DWAC, very low volume. Did we see a failure of this? So this is a slight failure of what was supposed to happen. It did come back within this downtrend. So let's see, what's this? 47.10. The bottom of this previous candle here, 46.60. Gonna have to jump there. So that's not what it's supposed to do. It came down here. It's supposed to go ahead and push up and out. Oh, 46.60. Maybe it'll be sporadic like everything else today. But if it's not risking that 50 cents. DWAC throwing some down again. Veru coming and testing the little downtrend on the 5-minute, but the 15-minute still has a ways to go. All right. ATER continue to push. I see Twitter getting back out here. Can it stay out of this trend? It needs to stay out of this trend on this one though. Seriously. Like this one reverses. I may get out break even here. This one should not fail. Break even right here is the 47.10. Should have got a lift off there. That one definitely not looking great. That's 2 failures to get out of that trend. Can we see it pop back over the 25s is the question. 19s, 19, yeah. All right, well, whatever. This will be a kind of like a $10 loss or something like that. Getting pushed down there. ATER. Yeah, definitely worked out. That pattern definitely worked out though. Got up here to the 641. It's just 40 cents though. Don't like the way the Veru's breaking out here. Very. It should have had a more angled breakout on the 5 minute if it was going to be a 5 minute play. But when you look at the higher time frames, look at this hour chart, still looking crazy out here. ATER holding up that level of the 621, made a new high of day. Making its way on down. So let's see which trend that it will respect. Starting to slow down quite a bit. Very also turning tables. Twitter, what you end up doing down here. Yep, see, that's a failure. That's a failure off that double bottom. $46.50. Yep. Just did not have the gusto to get out of there. All right, got out right there. Little $14 loss. It's looking for it to break up and out. Could not do it. ATR. Veru taking a nice little dump as well, falling off. So I just wait till the 46. Yeah, I'll wait till the 46 on Twitter. Unless this becomes a triple bottom, then that would be insane. But at this point, with the hour setup and the way the 4 hour looks, I'd rather just cut that loss because it's already failed the 3 points. It's already tested this trend line a little bit too much. Should have broke. Or not should have broke, had the potential to break. The market's going to do what it should do anyway. All right, Veru. Coming on down to 15. Yeah, there's a lot of chop out here, man. Look at Twitter pulling back up here. Like I can't get back in. Look at this. All right, so does it want to retest out is the question. Got a huge, that's not retail buying right there. That's somebody real in there. See if we start seeing those over 40, 47 bids. Because this is a triple bottom. It's 3 times testing this bottom. So we got 3 on the trend, 3 on the support. And now the hour, it's not looking good anymore. Bias switched. It's going down. All right. Well, we see which one it's respecting. ATER, small pop out here. 641. Yeah, this little 5-minute trend doesn't even matter. Look at these. Look at these two, how much work it has to do, how ugly it's looking. Beru's done for today. This is some insane drawdown on Twitter. Stifle Nicholas downgrades Twitter from to sell from hold, keeps 39 price target. Musk doesn't need to offer more than 54 per share for Twitter, says blah blah blah. Twitter's board will conclude Musk offer isn't in the best interest for shareholders. So yeah, some news coming out there about all of this. $6.36. Yeah, this thing's getting stupid choppy. Barely making any moves there. I just do not like the way this thing's moving up here at the top. Cent by cent. Twitter is going to have to get over the 47 and start to hold. That's the only way I can see it doing anything today positive. DWAC, what is it doing? Oh, low volume. Yep. So at this point, the trend is all the way back up here at the 1668, and I don't think it can push that out. There's another hold at this point. It has to hold this 47. It has to get above this 47 level of resistance to be a buy again. 75s. ATER went up 2 cents, broke out from the 42 up to the 44-ish, 43-ish. Very scary range up here at the top, moving cents. Twitter has a little flat, I mean not Twitter, Veru has a little flat top here at 1627. We'll see if that becomes resistance. ATER breaking up to the 650s. Yeah, that's just a grinder, man. I can't deal with that. This little flat top seems to be holding Veru down. Another little buying attempt down here around the 4660s. But I don't see the buyers taking control here. $46, $47. And this would be a 30-cent risk if I were to take it right here. $6.50 got tapped. $6.55. Veru did find that wall right there. Actually, this is all the way across. That's the last high. That's the previous high of day too. 1630 is where it kind of flattened out at. So that makes sense. All right. BTU. $30, 30 up to 31, then tightening down. It's got 50 cents to drop down to the 46. Continues to hold this level, hold this level, hold this level. Can it give us a big dip down? Because it's fought all of these buyers out of it. So this level is what needs to be tested. This 46.32. ATER crashing back. New high of day formed. VERU just needs to break down the 1527. Okay, coming down to this 46.32. And then has the trend down here at the $46. $46.70. Can it start holding this level? 46.75-ish. It's another hold down here. I'm going to look at this one again. Can it start breaking out? I'll use this bottom as the 46.30s as an out. So in there with 20 shares, the low is the 46.33. Let's see if the shorts can get any kind of push here, pushing out. Still got this nice downtrend that it can break over. It's too much holding. Okay. So we'll give it a little play here. All right, so we got a bottom here of the 46.40. See, sell 46.40. So giving it yet another play off this bottom tick. Can it start breaking over any of these trends? The trend right up here is the 46.95. Needs to start holding up those 75s if possible. Held this level, what, 1, 2, 3 times? Getting on back up there. Can we see those 65s hold? Oh, they're trying to hunt me out of there, huh? Okay. All right, so let's do this. We got in at 46.73. I will use the 46 as an out. Because it looks like they're doing some stop loss hunting here. And I'm not going to let them get me out. All right. Got down there and touched that level. 46.35. Okay. So at this point, this will be the point where people are like, well, got stopped out. Let's see if we can see a reversal here, though, over the 4650s. Nice. Popping back up there real quick. Okay. So that was definitely, they would have hunted me out of there right there. That low is the 4626. $46.50. I'll see if it can do it. Average price is 46.68. May just risk $1 here. Stop loss 45.68. I'll go ahead and get down. Okay, see, would have got stopped out, and then, oh no, look, I've fallen and I can't get up. Okay, so definitely this bottom here, 46.25 is where it bounced. See if we can get any help over that 46.50. Got so much volume behind it. Can we see those 50s up there on the bid? Can we see some covering over the 50 is the question. Have a nice little downtrend setup test. So this will be the fourth test of this setup of the 46.67 if it were to get up through this trend line. 46.67. So the question is, can it hold up at 46.50 here? A lot of red on the tape, but that could just be manipulation as well. If it'll certify above this level, the 46.25 here. So formed a little higher low. Can it get back over the body? 46.40. ATER came on back down. Veru still going sideways. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just going to risk $1 on that trade and let that play for today. See where it ends up going. I don't even know if they're still having their meeting. Twitter, can Elon Musk buy Twitter? Blah, blah, blah. Is Ben not streaming again? I don't know. Maybe having, I don't know. Where is that volume pouring in here? Can we see the volume pouring in on upwards movement? There's a little bit of a pop. Can we get a retest back up here to at least the 47 would be nice. Now we have a double bottom here on the 5-minute, 46.28. Forty-six 50s. Can we see the 50s up there? It's another time that it'll be failing that trend, respecting that trend a little bit too much. $46.27. 2 million shares traded on this one. Not getting any extensive move down yet, but it's looking like it's getting a little push. See if it'll start breaking down those 30s. Yep. All right, well, I will be risking $1 on this trade as long as it holds up that 45.68 and continues this uptrend. I will be all right. 45.68 is down here in this this other pivot level, 45.82 or whatnot. So gonna see how low can this thing go, basically. Getting back up there, pulling back off these levels again on the 5-minute. Not able to hold up those 40s though. Definitely playing a game of tag here. Will we get a cover at the 46.50 break if it can get up there? Gluing together Easter basket. Nice. EEE. You got the desserts and everything. ATER. Didn't go too much further. Well, it's definitely looking for those shorts to get a little bit of a squeeze with all this volume down here. I don't need to go far. I just needed to go right here to this 47. 47.14. Breaking over the previous body. Yeah, somebody still wants to see it down a little bit. But as long as it has this little uptrend, I'll see what it wants to do throughout the rest of the day. My stop is already in there, so risking that little dollar there. Seeing what it wants to do. Oh, it's 10:30. I need to get on out of here. I will update you guys on where this goes, how it wants to open up or whatever. But yeah, entry price 46.68. Looking for it to revisit those levels at some point today. It's just so much volume for it not to go back up any. Like 119 million shares traded on it. Come on, bro. But yeah, anyway, gotta get out of here. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Let me see what else. You check out frameworkfortune.com where you can get the Discord link and get into the Discord, where we talk about everything investing and trading and different market ideas and things like that. Appreciate you guys for dropping all of your chats and your comments. And yeah, I just want to see where this thing wants to come out, where this thing wants to go from here. I'll just be waiting on some type of test back up today. If it does not hit, I am going to close the position before today though, because this is the last day. This is a short trading week, so I don't want to hold this over the weekend. So I'm definitely going to probably keep my eye on it on my phone. And even if it does go down or whatever and doesn't stop me out, I'm getting out today. So yeah. But yeah, that's about it for me. And as always, I will see you all in the next one. Peace.